Hi guys, good afternoon. So I'm Arlene from the Philippines. Hello, how are you doing today? So I hope everybody's safe. I hope everybody is in a very good condition, not sick or depressed, and yeah, hope everybody's well. So, first things first, I want to thank our subscribers for continuously supporting our channel. Thank you so much, guys. And for those who haven't subscribed yet but still watching our channel, guys, please subscribe. It would really mean a lot to us, okay? So for today, actually, I got a very good feedback about the dating tips for tips for dating foreigners, right? So it doesn't specifically mean you're a Filipina, but as well, I think it's applicable to other countries, okay, or other nationalities. So for today, I decided to do a follow-up, but this one is for tips for foreigners dating Filipina. So specifically Filipina because I think I have the experience and I got the knowledge, and it would be nice. I think I'm not sure to hear it from women's side because I was searching on the internet. I was searching on YouTube, and all these tips actually basically are coming from men themselves. You know, tips for foreigners when you are dating Filipina, but it's coming from a man. So there's no tips like coming directly from a lady or from a woman who has experience about it, right? So yeah, basically it's coming from me. It's based on my experiences, and I hope this will help foreigners, you know, who are really looking for a long-term relationship with a Filipina, because as you know, Filipinas are known to be loving, caring, will really take good care of you, honest if you find the right person. In a way, there are a lot of comments about Filipinas are submissive. Okay, that is true, but not all the time. And but the best thing that I can say about us is that we will stay with you guys forever. You know, it's not like I already got what I need, for example, then after that I will run away. No, what I mean is if you really find a good Filipina, you know, someone you really love and will love you back, then we will stay until death. So that is something I can really trust my word on it, you know, because I have seen a lot of cases, and yeah, they are staying already for years now, really like 10, 15 years, 20 years. So I must say that we are sticking together with our foreigners, or with as well with other Filipinos, through thick and thin. And I think the best way to say it is till death do us part. So, guys, to all the foreigners out there, here are my tips when you are dating a Filipina, and it's coming from a Filipina because I am a Filipina myself, okay? So, tip number one. So, tip number one is first, check yourself. Check your intentions. So, are you really serious about finding a foreigner to be your long-term partner or to be your wife? So, you know, you have to, yeah, you have to really be decided to do it. Why? Because for example, you're a foreigner living on the western side of the world, you know, so you have to see that you have to fly thousands of kilometers just to reach the Philippines and meet your Filipina, right? So are you prepared to do this? Or what if, you know, she doesn't want to come to you to the States or to Europe, you know, she want to stay here in the Philippines. So will you be willing to compromise and live here in the Philippines? So these are the things that you should really be thinking about, right? So you have first to check your intentions. And I mean, if you are really serious about finding a long-time partner or a wife, then once you really decided on that, then you have to take the first step, okay? So you are all set, you are clear on what you want, so you have to go and get it, okay? So next, so once you are decided and you really want to go for it, then you have to check your for me, you have to check your civil status. Are you single legally? Are you divorced legally? Do you have the necessary documents to prove it? Because nowadays, um, I can say, for example, if you don't know me, I can say that I'm single, right? But nowadays as well, women are getting smarter, and we don't want to compromise ourselves that we will be in a relationship when one person in the relationship is actually married, or but they told us, for example, that they are separated. So we don't want to deal with all those kind of stuff. We don't want to be a homewrecker. We just want to be loved and beloved. So we don't want to mess our life with complications, like with all the legalities and technicalities of life. We don't want those things. So for us, it's just like, okay, um you have to be single, right? Okay, you never been married, that's good. If you are divorced, then you have the divorce paper, right? Or it can be like it's already being settled in court and you're just waiting for the approval, that is okay. Or for example, like us, for Filipinas, like you are already annulled, something like that, or your husband, ex-husband passed away, that is very good. But it's a lot complicated when you are not so sure about the status of the person that you're dealing with, or you're chatting with, or you're talking with. So basically, it should be clear as well. Like in my case, actually, when I met Oliver, I was still married, but I have not seen my ex-husband for, I think, the last 7 years. So it was really very difficult for me because I'm still married to that guy, and but it's not easy because annulment in the Philippines really takes a long time, and in my case, it took us like 3 years to finally get it, including all the paperwork and all that stuff. That is like 3.5 years. So it's not really easy, but hopefully it will take last time once the divorce bill is approved here in the Philippines. So that is a little bit tricky when the Filipina is married and separated, right? So basically, if you ask me, you have to look for a single Filipina, no previous marriage, or husband is deceased. That is okay. That is super okay. Or with maybe with a child but no husband, like single mom. That is also okay. But if you ask me now, knowing and seeing what Oliver has to go through, because during the time I was still married and we had to go through this annulment process and all that steps and all those stress as well. So I don't think it's yeah, maybe if you really love the person, right? Why not? Or if you can wait, okay. But basically, I would say, if if it's not really true love, then most probably stay away from it, okay? You know? So you have to check your status. Yeah, basically it should be, you are, for whatever reasons, it should be you are free from any tangles of technicalities, law technicalities, and that stuff. And then you have to move on to the next one, or the third one actually. So you check your intention, you check your status, and then you have to check your financial capability. Are you stable enough to support your longtime partner, or maybe your wife to be? Because I have to admit that we 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 are working, for example, right? Filipinos are working, and basically you are lucky to find somebody who is not working as a regular employee, most probably working in a multinational company, but that is seldom. So basically what you will find is working in a retail industry, or in a hotel, or in Manila. It would already be very good if you will get a manager for a girlfriend, that is super okay, or a stockholder or something. But basically, let's just take at the middle class people like me. So middle class would range, like if they're working in Manila, they have around like 500 to 600 pesos salary per day, and here in the province it will be like 357 pesos per day. And we are still living with our parents, so we have to support our parents, and if we have a kid, we have to support our kids, and we have to pay taxes. And to think about it all, then, because Filipinos have a very close knit community or knit family. So I'm not saying that you have to support the whole family, but if you have the capability to support your girlfriend, or if they have kids, then it would be nice. We will not ask you directly, because it's about the ego thing as well, and we are shy to ask for money, or ashamed to ask for money. So we will be waiting for your yeah, that you will make the first move about it. But basically, I think it's consideration. For example, if you are earning, and basically if you got a wife, you got married, then you have to support with your wife, right? So it's just the same. And yeah, I have seen a lot of those. And yeah, I have some friends, they are receiving a lot of money every month, and there are some friends, they are receiving less money. So it's so much depending on how much is the income actually of that person, or and how much you are willing to give. So, and as well, that is very much depending on the status of the relationship, right? For example, you are just newly met, I advise strongly that you don't need to send any money. I think I got one question about that actually from one of my subscribers, Mark, and he was asking like, at what point in the relationship should you support the girlfriend or something like that. And I suggest it will be like 3 months at least, help pay the telephone bills, because you guys, you want us to stay with you like 24/7 connected by the internet, right? But it will cost money. For example, PLDT 24/7 unlimited internet here in our case will cost you like 1,700 pesos a month, plus I have a Globe postpaid plan for 799 pesos, but it's not always the case. I'm paying like, sometimes I'm paying 3,000 pesos, sometimes I'm paying 2,500 pesos. It depends on how much data I am using, right? So, it varies. So, if you can help up a little bit with the telephone bills, then we would really surely greatly appreciate it, because it's less one burden to take. And yeah, that means that you are as well considering our financial capability, or our difficulties, something like that. So it's, you have to check on these things, guys. Are you willing, to support in some ways your future girlfriend or wife? And I have seen a lot that they are doing it, so I'm really happy about it. Okay. And next, number 4 actually is so you are already checking yourself, you are checking your intention, you're checking your status, you are checking your livelihood, your source of income. And yes, are you willing to fly to the Philippines? That is number 4. For example, you are coming from the USA, and I'm not sure, is there a direct flight from USA to the Philippines? Most probably from the place you're coming, there will be no direct flights. So it means that you have to like you have at one point one or two stopover. So can you deal it? You know, um, and as well, when for example, when you are coming, are you really sure she's the one? Because you have to remember the flight itself. It's the flight costs a lot of money, right? And I think at this point, the moment you are prepared to fly to the Philippines is, I'm taking that you are really serious about it. You have, most probably you already been talking for like 3, 4, 5 months, and yeah, you decided you will take like 2, 3 weeks holiday to meet her in person and to see if she's really the one. Then that is cool. So, and another suggestion about that is, when you go to the Philippines to visit her, I think it's best to like stay 1 week with her alone, and maybe stay another week with her with the family, so at least you can see her behavior when she's alone with you and her behavior when she is with her family. In that way you will really know the person, because I'm not saying that you will meet a bad person or something, right? No, I don't mean it like that. But there are small things that will tell your gut, or gut will tell you that she is really a nice person, or she is the one, or I don't like her because, something like that. So, I know it's a lot of risk to take, but if she's the one, then I think it's all worth the wait, right? Okay, next. But before you fly to the Philippines, of course, then you should look for other alternatives on how to meet the Filipina, right? So you all check all your intentions and all that stuff. Your work is okay. Your mind is clear about what you want. And even you have some preferences like, oh, I want to have long black hair. I want to have, I want to have that she is a little bit shorter than me. I want to have that she is skinny and she has this brown skin and all that stuff. Maybe you said, I don't want to have with kids, or you can set all those preferences. And another option in which you can find Filipinas looking for foreigners for long-term relationship or for husband is to get online and check these dating pages, actually. So you can check AsianDating or FilipinoCupid or Christian dating site and all that stuff. So yeah, I think it's not so easy because you have to scroll a lot of women, but you can set your preferences, right? You can say, I only want to have the Philippines, right? And yeah, you can check all the the facial features, body build and everything. So yeah, and then you have to check the pictures or where they are coming from, for example, right? So are they coming from Manila? Are they coming from Visayas? Are they coming from Mindanao? Are they living in a remote area? How it's gonna like? Should I take from the airport? It's possible to take a taxi, or will she pick me up, and all that stuff, all these little things should be considered. It's not like, that's why I think it's best, for example, the moment, for example, you got really some girls of your choices, so you have to narrow it down. And I don't know, guys, are you like writing to 3 people, 4 people, 5 people? I don't know. And most probably 1 or 2 will come. So I'm not sure. Still, I'm not clear about, like, for example, are you coming only to visit this one particular girl, or are you coming to visit like 3 particular girls and you have to meet one after the other and spend 1 week just to see which one is actually for you? I don't know. But in my experience, yeah, I I for me it should only be one, because because talking to that person via email, and then later you move on to Messenger or WhatsApp or Viber or whatsoever, and then finally seeing your face on Skype during my time, you know and now it's FaceTime. So I think you can really see the person is right. you know it's not like you will feel it. You will feel it in your gut that she is the right one. She is the best person for me. You know, we connect. You know, we click and all that stuff. And you know, somehow I can remember as well, like when I, oh my god, I shouldn't share this, guys, because it's a little bit private. But how can I say? I was teaching in Thailand, you know, in Bangkok actually, and I registered to this online dating website. It's AsianDating, and I signed up for that, and I click on my classification. I told them I want to have a guy with bald head. That is what I really want, and I want a guy who is taller than me. And I have some countries I check. I want to have it from Australia, Canada, Germany, um, what else, Norway, and something like that, and mostly Europe actually. And all that's what I click. And I want to have him taller. That's a very nice body and all. And then I think, I don't know, like I got like over, I cannot really remember because it was like 8 years ago, right? um I don't know how many men, you know, that's because they are coming with some search results after you click all your preferences, right? And I think it's just like maybe, I don't know, hundreds. And yeah, I saw Oliver, and we exchanged a few emails over there on the site. And then from there we moved to um WhatsApp. Yeah, we moved to WhatsApp because he suggested it. And then after like 1 week or something, I asked him if I can see him in person via Skype, because I have to find out if he can really speak English. Because for me, if you cannot speak English, then it's not easy, you know. You know, that is another consideration that you have to check, but we will discuss it later on. So you have to, yeah, I was like, you know, I have to see it in person, because of course you can write email, right? You can check Google Translate, then you know everything is nicely written, although there will be some mistakes, but it's understandable. And as well by WhatsApp, you know, you can just always check Google, and then you can write something. But the moment you are talking to that person in real and live on Skype, that is something, it's not easy. You cannot really hide it. So for me, it's just like, okay, I want to see him, and I want to see that he can speak English, you know, because I had experienced that, yeah, I don't want to be the teacher while I'm looking for, you know, for the love of my life. So please, so that is my idea. I have to see that we both able to understand ourselves, you know. And yeah, I saw him for the first time on Skype. Actually, there was an issue because he was just arrived in Brazil, and he didn't have internet connection on his hotel room because he was working during that time. So yeah, I don't know how he managed it, but he was able to get internet. And yeah, we set the time, and he was there. And I was very nervous, you know, because somehow, you know, when we were already talking on email, on the dating website, on WhatsApp, actually I already liked him. So the only thing what's keeping me is because I want to see him real in person, you know, because I don't know, maybe his picture was like 10 years ago, you know, I have to see it, you know, something like that. So yeah, that was yeah. And then yeah, I was able really to understand him, and from there we were talking every day until it's morning. So that was really like, yeah, I was really able to understand him. I was able to feel that we are connected, and always I have these butterflies in my stomach. Yeah, I think at that time I already realized that I really liked him a lot. But in a way, I just keep quiet about it, you know, because for me it's still, you know, you have to meet me in person, right? You know, I have to smell you. That is my idea, you know. I have to smell you, because if I cannot take your smell, then most probably I don't want to live with you, right? So that's it, guys. So you have to register yourself on a dating page, on a dating website, or maybe nowadays, maybe it's possible to find a matchmaker, but that is like the slim chances of finding one for you. That is not so easy, because you have to get close first to a Filipino family in a country you're living in, and then to know there, and then later you can just say, do you have a cousin or a relative who's looking for a husband, and then they can set you up. But that is rare. I know some stories about it, but that is not no, that is not so common. I mean, I think it was common when internet was not that big thing, but nowadays everybody is using dating pages. Okay, and next, so like what I said, you, and after you find the girls or the lady that you are attracted to, or you know, you feel a little bit sympathy or caught your eye, then you have to start communicating with that person like what we did. So from the dating site we move on to email, then from email we move on to WhatsApp, so you can use other platform, you can use Viber, Messenger, Telegram, and then later we move on to Skype. Then you can move on to Skype or FaceTime, you know, or Facebook Messenger. That's what normally a lot of people are using. And then from there, okay, then I think you can see whether the two of you click, you know, whether the two of you connect, and you will find her reactions if she is really the one. You know, you, there are some cues, you know, you will feel it. Or is she really into you? You know, is she really looking at you? Is she is checking, you know, the time that you should be online, you know, and all that stuff, you know, basically. And if you will find out, you know, if this woman is interested in you, they will let you know. You know, there are some signs, like they will ask you, how are you doing, how is your day, are you okay, do you eat, or what have you eaten for lunch, morning and evening, and they will say good night and all those sweet nothings. You know, basically Filipinas, we are full of sweetness, I guess, and thoughtfulness, that we, the moment we like you, we will express it in words, because you know, we don't really know you so well. But basically we will ask, we will send you a lot of messages, you know, most probably, and we will keep in touch. You know, we will send some pictures. Nowadays it's so easy. And yeah, you know, here am I, and you know, something like that, this is what I'm doing, I hope you're okay, and all those stuff, which actually make your heart melt, you know, basically. And so, and of course you have to check, yeah, whether you understand each other perfectly, or at least, you know, in a good way. Like how 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 is her English ability, you know, can you understand her English, is her English good? And how about your English, if you are not coming from an English non-speaking country, you know? So you have to understand each other before you can really talk a lot of stuff about yourselves. It's basically, I think it's basically rule number one, because you cannot be with one person when you cannot understand that person, because you cannot communicate with each other. I know one friend, and yeah, he is coming from a non-speaking country, a non-English speaking country, and then he married a non-English speaking country. So both of them, they are not very good in speaking English. And after, I think, I don't know, they have been together for like 2 years, but he's not always visiting her because of work. You know, work takes a lot of time, and like most probably he's like visiting every 4 months only for 2 weeks or something like that, or 6 months for 2 weeks. So that is not enough time to establish rapport and to feel that you are connected, right? Only on my opinion. So they got married actually last year, and this year late last year, and this part of the year, early part of this year, they are getting divorced. So that is very sad because they lost themselves along the way because they cannot communicate, and they are not talking on Skype or FaceTime. They are just sending messages on WhatsApp, and they didn't spend a lot of time together, aside from the fact actually that, yeah, she has a kid. And when the boyfriend, later the husband, was coming, there will not be enough time because of the kid. I'm not saying that you will find it as an excuse, but for me, in my case, it's just like I have a kid. So it's only for 4 weeks, so I'm asking my mom, please take care of my son because I want to spend time with Oliver, basically, because it's only 1 month. So we want to maximize the time for us, because we want to really feel if we are meant to be, if we need, if we are really for each other, something like that. And then later on, yeah, okay, we decided, because we were together since 2012, and my annulment came 2015, but we got only married in 2018. So after annulment, it took us like 3 years, but it was worth it. It's just like, because before, when I was getting annulment, and I was saying to myself, after I got my annulment, the next day I will get married, but no, it's not. It's really like, because there's really a lot of things to consider. Marriage is really a big thing, and it's not like, jumping suddenly because you have found somebody. It's a long process, and really, it takes time. So for me, it's just like, that is just only, guys, my opinion based on my experience. So the bottom line is, once you find the good woman for you, the right person for you, and you feel that she is the right one, you still have to communicate. Don't stop communicating with her. Fly to the Philippines, meet her, and see if the connection when you're online is the same as the connection when you meet in person. So because I heard some cases that, online she was like this, or on online he was like that, but when I met him, it didn't seems like it should be. Something was off. So basically, there are people, I don't know, but there are people like, they seem different online, and they seem different on personal. So you really have to check it. That's why visiting your Filipinas in the Philippines is a must. You cannot just, say, I don't know, maybe you will fall in love online. Okay, that's granted. But you really have to see that person online. You have to see the person, you have to kiss the person, you have to touch, and you have to smell. That is basically what it should be. Because you cannot be with that person for a long time, or get married to that person, if you haven't smelled that person, right? So yeah, and see if you really click. Like, you can do crazy things together, you can do serious stuff together, and you can also be quiet in your own me time sometimes. you know so basically, it's not the tips I am presenting to you guys, to foreigners who wanna date or who are dating Filipinas. Is basically, it's more about yourself and about the Filipinas, and all the, I'm sorry to say, but most probably all the steps, or let's say it, a little bit negative obstacle that you have to go through to really get what you want. But I'm sure the moment you find the right person for you, it's really worth the wait. It's I think you will be thankful that you did it, because I did, and Oliver did, and we are happy. And I just wish that you will also find your Filipinas who will make your life complete. And basically, that's it. So Yep. Oh my God, I'm sweating, sharing my story and our experiences, only half of it. And yeah, that's making me reminisce all the good times we have, when we are meeting. So guys, if you are out there and you really want to have a Filipina for your girlfriend, for your long time partner, or for your wife, sorry, later on, then you have to check on all those things. You have to check your intentions, you have to check your financial capabilities, you have to check your civil status, you have to check online websites, you have to check both of your communicating abilities, and once all is set and you find a good person, you find a good Filipina, fly to the Philippines. See for yourself if she is real and she is the same as she says, and of course she will also assess you for who you are. And yeah, make the most out of it, and open your eyes, don't be blinded, and have a good time in the Philippines, because Philippines has a lot of to offers, all the nice spots, all the tourist spots. I'm sure you will fall in love with it, and I hope that you will fall in love with your Filipino as well, So thank you so much guys for watching. I hope you're able to get something, or to, yeah, these tips for foreigners dating Filipinos will help you. And good luck on your search, and thank you so much guys. Have a nice evening. Thank you. Bye.